Good morning. This is KTLA, Los Angeles, California. KTLA operates on Channel 5 with an assigned frequency of 76 to 82 megahertz and a radiated power of 50,000 watts. KTLA's transmitter is located on Mount Alta, the highest point on Mount Wilson. KTLA is owned and operated by KTLA Incorporated, with studios and offices at 5800 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name's Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. It's Friday. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. I'd like to ask you to please hit that subscribe button. It helps people find us here on YouTube that have an interest in radio. We are the only daily podcast on YouTube that's devoted to radio. Every single day, here we are. And we cater to people that love broadcasts. So welcome to the show from around the world, wherever you may be. Thumbs up already. I'll take that every day. Thank you so much. We're going to have a good show today. Absolutely going to love this. Yes, indeed. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's great to see you. Happy Friday. It's great to see you all today. Hey, Field Day, Winter Field Day is coming up. Yeah. Tomorrow starts at 11 a.m. our time. That's 1900 UTC. That means all the bands from, 160, to 20 are going to be just jammed. Yeah, except for the work bands. They're all going to be crammed with contesters. So we'll do a contest show tomorrow at 1900 UTC, just because we haven't done one really, to show people what it's like to do ham radio contesting. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll do okay. You never know. One of those things, right? Anyway, it is the 29th of January, 2021. Welcome to the show. Going to be moving some stuff here. It's like I got so much stuff here. And it's like, I don't need all this stuff. So if anyone's interested in a Yaesu M100, got a nice one. Beautiful rig. Beautiful condition. Not a scratch on this thing, but gosh, I just don't need it. I just don't. Too many microphones. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the SDR Play DX. It's a fantastic little box. This little wonder box, this little black box, is about $200. You can get it at Ham Radio Outlet, and they'll get it to you real quick. If your local HRO store doesn't have one, they'll ship you one that's as close to you as possible. Get it to you as soon as you can. You'll have a ball with it. I'll show you all the fun stuff that this does today. Amazing. This little box that just doesn't have any power connected to it can do such amazing things. It really is. Wow. Makes you wonder why some radios are so huge. Welcome to the show. Today is an extra day, means extra Fridays. We work on Fridays to help people who would like to get that extra 3% on the ham bands. So if you'd like to get your extra ticket to get all those frequencies and enjoy everything on the radio, you can hopefully get some help from today's show. Sean Hartley, welcome from the east side of the Cascade Mountains. Can I get a woo for Sean? Yeah. Finally made it to a live stream. He's Alpha India 7 Echo Quebec. Sean, welcome to the show. Glad to see you. And from everyone around the world, thanks for coming. Today is an extra day. We'll go over extra questions on the FCC exam. These are exactly as worded on the FCC test, and they'll help you to hopefully pass it, but they're not a substitute for study. Okay. Study is very important. Plenty of study tools out there. And with the coronavirus going on, there's some great online courses that you can take because so many radio clubs are, worried about social distancing issues and catching something they don't want to get. So online is a great way to learn. It really is. So if you'd like to get your extra ticket, here's your shot at hopefully some help to get that license. Okay, here we go. First question on the Extra Fridays here on Ham Radio Live. From the contiguous 48 states. All right, so that means all of us here from north to south and ocean to ocean, connected by, our state boundaries. Okay. In which approximate, let's start over again, shall we? I had to change my glasses. Sorry. From the contiguous 48 states, in which approximate direction should an antenna be pointed to take maximum advantage of the aurora propagation? This one really gives you the answer just by looking at the question. Think about the aurora borealis. Where is it, right? It's in the northern hemisphere. So point your antenna north. Simple. See, you can get the extra. It's not hard to get. Some of these questions are just easy and you can nail it. You can. James from the UK. Hi from the UK. Sorry, not here for long. Catch up later. That is Jim, Mike 7, Bravo, X-Ray, Tango. James, thanks for being here, buddy. It's an honor to have you. Thank you. Again, questions on the extra exam. Then we're going to go over the SDR Play DX, all it does, plus instructions for newbies like me on how to make the doggone thing work. Because what I found online was just awful. It was brutal. It was like one of those things like, you got to be kidding me. This is the best you can do. I was really a frustrated guy. Yeah, pretty much like that. All right, next question on the extra. Oh my gosh. What might help to restore contact when DX signals become too weak to copy across an entire HF band a few hours after sunset? All right, practical example. You're talking to somebody on 20 meters, right? Let's say they might be in Canada. Okay, just for fun. You're talking to someone in Canada, and all of a sudden the signal starts to, go down, and you start to lose the guy, and a lot of fade, stuff like that. What do? Starting to get dark. You switch to a lower HF band. That's what you do. And the reason why, this is why we use 20 during the day, 40 at night, or 80 at night, because daytime frequencies like, 10, 12, 15, and 17, well, they work great. So does 20 during the day sometimes. However, you got to go to 40 or 40 or 80, 75, 160 at night. It tends to work better once the sun goes down. Okay, so that's why you switch. Jonathan Burtmore's here, man, from California. Jonathan, it is an honor to see you, buddy. How are you? Probably go for my extra later this year, so thanks for this, Larry. Putting all my, oh my goodness, brain power into learning CW right now. That, sir, is a genius. I'm very proud of you. Good work for you there. Keep it up, because that's something that's going to only help you. It really will. Sir, CW, especially to learn to decode it right in your head, is so important. W1AW has transmitters throughout the frequency bands to help you learn it as well. So good luck, Jonathan. Proud of you. Welcome to the show, man. Glad you're here, and good luck on the extra. You'll get it. You'll get it. I guarantee it. You work a little bit. You're a smart guy. You'll get that extra. All right. What's the function of the vertical invertal? Sorry, let me say this here because it's a little difficult. The vertical interval signaling VIS code sent as part of an SSTV transmission. Okay. We're nerdy here. We're nerdy. We're getting way into code of what is sent to be able to make, SSTV work from a transmitter to a receiver. That's all this is. It's the internal code that's being used. So yeah, it's nerdy. It's true. It is. For a lot of people, this would come across as nerdy. Makes sense. So VIS is vertical interval signaling. So vertical interval signaling is simply a code to identify which SSTV mode is being used. It's a tone that's involved within the VIS code to help identify if it's going to be, a certain type of SSTV signal. It's just a code that's involved, okay? Nothing more than that. You won't hear it or know what it is. You'll hear it if you tune it in, but you're not going to know exactly what part of that bunch of noise is the VIS. It's just a code to identify exactly what type of SSTV it is. All right, next question. What's the orbital period of an Earth satellite? It is C, the time it takes for the satellite to complete one revolution around the Earth. That's all it is. See, these are the extra questions. Now, I'm not saying all of them are easy. Don't think that. But I'm doing a certain segment of these to show you that you can pass it, okay? Don't think because you're just a general that, hey, the extra is just too hard. First of all, you get 50 questions, not 35. And you can miss 13, not 8. Big difference. You've got more margin for error. Don't let this stuff intimidate you so much that you won't get your extra, okay? Don't do that. Did you know in the US, by the way, the #1 class is technician? The most people licensed is technician, which makes sense because people can use the handhelds then, right? The Baofangs and the Yaesus and all that and talk on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, right? That's pretty cool. But the extra and the advanced, the old advanced class, is a lower amount of populated people. And I think some of it might be that people are just really intimidated to the point where they're afraid to take the test. They think they got to be a genius. You don't have to be. You can pass these license exam questions. Study, focus on your study time, and then think. What I did was I studied really, really hard, okay? And then what I would do is I'd take a break. I would watch a YouTube show on a radio. I would make sure it's on a radio that I might have interest in. I'd learn a little bit about the radio, then I'd go back to study. But it gave my brain a chance to relax a little bit. Might work for you too. Just a thought. Next question on the extra. When may an amateur station send a message to a business? Okay. The answer is given. A, when the total money involved does not exceed $25. No. B, when the control operator is employed by the FCC or another government agency. Could you imagine going through some kind of clearinghouse to do that? Hi, FCC guy. I want to send an amateur station to, do some business. No. C, when transmitting international third-party communications. Well, we already do that, right? But we're doing it first party. All right. D, when neither the amateur nor his or her employer has a pecuniary interest in the communications. All right. Pecuniary. This is the $10 word in the question, in the answer, I should say. Okay, here's the $10 word in the answer, pecuniary. It means money, monetary. Okay, so when neither the amateur nor his or her employer has a monetary interest within the communication, okay, that's when you can send a message to a business. Okay, so for example, you might say, say for example, you got a buddy that works over at ICOM, okay, and you're saying, you know what? I'm kind of thinking about maybe buying that remote software for the 7600 or 7610, and I'd like to get it. What's the price? How, how's it work? Over the radio. Okay. And the guy works for ICOM. Well, you can do it as long as there's not a monetary interest on your part in terms of having to do it. You're just getting information, right? It's cool. You can do that. You can also complain to him about the radio if you don't like it. Hey, I don't like the way this thing works. I'm upset. Don't do that too much. Just be nice. Be nice. Anyway, Extra Fridays on Ham Radio Live. Next question on the extra. Again, these aren't that hard. Look, not that hard to do. You can pass these. Are really volunteers. They're people who sit by at a desk and they watch you take your exam. That's it. So you need 3 volunteer examiners to do that. They make sure you're not cheating, right? You can bring in some number 2 pencils, number 3, number 7s. Why not? Oh, let's pick a number. Yeah, number 2 pencils into the test with your calculator and some scratch paper. As long as it's blank, take the test, okay? But what's the penalty if one of those volunteer examiners fraudulently administers or certifies an examination? Say, for example, you missed more than you were allowed to, and they give you your certificate of completion anyway. Ooh, here's what happens. It's A, revocation of the volunteer examiner's amateur station license grant and the suspension of the volunteer examiner's amateur operator license grant. So they get it revoked and they get it suspended. So you could be sure if you're a volunteer examiner out there, you know that. And for people that are going to be taking the test, okay, they're not going to give you anything because they don't want to lose their license. Something's on the line there for those folks, and they're volunteering in their time. So if you've got a license and you'd like to be a VE, know that there are some strict penalties if you don't play by the rules. It's important, okay? We're all here to have a good time, but we're here and we're licensed by the FCC in the United States to do it the right way. All right. Next question. What class of licensee is authorized to be the control operator of a space station? This sounds so doggone technical, right? Again, imagine you talking to your buddies. Yep, I'm the licensee. I'm the control operator of a space station. Yep, got him up there. Is it 75 kilometers up there spinning around? It's pretty cool. Yeah, I talk to it from time to time. Make sure she's okay. Any class with appropriate operator privileges can do this. Okay, it's not just a technician or a general, advanced, or amateur extra, or only amateur extra classes. It's any class that has appropriate operator privileges. Anyone that's a licensee can be the control operator of a space station. So get those rockets up, okay? Get those rockets up right now because you want to hurry and get those up there. Yeah, pretty much. All right, next question. Imagine building a rocket. You've got my ICOM 7100 on this bad boy. We're going to really roll this thing. Okay. Whew. Next question. What types of communications may be transmitted to amateur stations in foreign countries? This is really simple. See, I'm telling you guys, you can pass the extra. You can. The answer is C. Communications incidental to the purpose of the amateur service and remarks of a personal character. All right. So you're coming in at a 5.5. By the way, the weather here is pretty crummy, but you know, it's wintertime. That's the way it is. By the way, I hear your wife has been sick. How is she? There you go. Simple. Just have a conversation. They're in foreign countries. And lots of these questions exist throughout the, the ham radio exams, and they're there really to kind of emphasize the point of why we're here. We're here to be goodwill ambassadors to others around the world, okay? Keep that in mind. Very, very important. All right, we got 3 more here on the extra. Thanks for joining us today on Ham Radio Live. Next question. Which amateur stations may be operated under RACES rules? RACES is an emergency group that volunteers their time and their rigs to help in case there's a terrible emergency or catastrophe, okay? The answer here is C. Any FCC licensed amateur station certified by the responsible civil defense organization for the area served. Okay, so if you've got a RACES group in your area, you can find out through a local ham radio club where that is and how to connect with them. Join up. You might be the difference between someone's life and death. You really can. Your ham radio has a lot of power. So think about joining a RACES or an ARRL group. Both are fantastic. Last 2 questions. Who must be in physical control of the station apparatus? You see how they have to word this? They have to make it so long. So long. Now I'll get to, making it layman's terms at the end, but look at how long this question is. It's like your $20 question on the FCC exam. Man, who must be in physical control of the station apparatus of an amateur station aboard any vessel or craft that is documented or registered in the United States? In layman's terms, who can operate a radio on board a U.S. ship? Really? That's it? Okay. Is it A, only a person with an FCC marine radio? No. B, any person holding an FCC issued amateur license or who is authorized for alien reciprocal operation? Okay, so they're authorized to have that license class to, operate on the ship. C, only a person named in an amateur station license grant. Or D, any person named in an amateur station license grant or a person holding an unrestricted radio telephone operator permit. Sounds pretty cool, right? Here's my unrestricted radio telephone operator permit. Have you ever seen one? No, because they don't exist.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Exactly. Any person holding an FCC-issued amateur license or who is authorized for alien reciprocal operation is the answer. You can be on board a ship, you can operate your radio and have a good time. Just have the license, or if you're not a U.S. citizen, make sure you have your reciprocal operator permit. That's it. Okay? There you go. Last question today on the Extra Fridays, every Friday on Ham Radio Live. Here we go. When evaluating RF, again, for new hams or future hams, RF means radio frequency. So when evaluating RF exposure levels from your station at a neighbor's home, what must you do? All right, so you've got yourself an RF meter. You're checking your antenna. You see things might be a little bit too high. Here is a trick one, and you've got to know why, okay? A, make sure signals from your station are less than the controlled maximum power exposure limits, okay? Controlled, big word, okay? Can you control it? No, you can't, okay? You can't. Other than trying to turn your beam away, turn your power down, okay? Move away from over their their property. Okay, yeah, that's got some control for sure. You can still transmit a little off the back. So it's literally uncontrolled here, okay? The answer is B. Make sure signals from your station are less than the uncontrolled MPE limits, because that's what you're transmitting. It is uncontrolled, okay? Please make sure and keep that in mind. Uncontrolled. That's the key word in that question. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about a cool product. It's the RSP DX. This is cool from SDR Play. I think it's a great product, and I think it's got such potential, especially for radio junkies. If you're a radio junkie, you love to DX, you like to have fun, you like to see what's out there on the frequencies, literally everything, you can find it on this. It's a great product. Let's take a look at it. First of all, here it is, all working properly, and I have it set up today going through the ARRL parametric receive audio system. So you're going to hear it enhanced, okay? I have a $300 laptop here. I'm a Mac guy, okay? So I've got a Mac computer and a MacBook Pro. That's what I use. But for PC stuff, I just use a simple, cheap laptop. It works fine on it. So the first thing, when you buy one of these, right, you get your SDR Play. Buy it at HRO at $199 right now. They'll ship it quickly. You'll have it by Tuesday, most likely. Okay, so you get your SDR Play DX. First thing you do is you go onto your Windows machine and you download SDR Uno. Okay, that's the program that runs this. You can also do Cubic SDR, another one, but I'm just going to show you SDR Uno because that's how it works for me. And that's what's on my machine. Works better, but wasn't the easiest thing to hook up. It was, in fact, brutal to hook up. In fact, it was terrible. I was at a point where I was getting frustrated. I'll put it that way. Okay. What happens is they'll release updates to SDR Uno and installing it, but then they don't provide videos or really good instructions on the updated version of how to do it. That's where I had the problem with this. Okay. Once I got it up and running, I like it. It's great. So if you're a radio guy and you love it, you'll enjoy it very much. James, thanks for being here from the UK. Have a good evening, my friend. Good evening to you in the UK, all right? Enjoy your Friday night. Here it is, the SDR Play running SDR Uno. Now, I'm going to show you first of all, we're going to take a listen real quick. We're on 2 meters, and we're listening just literally on to the 2 meter band, okay? And again, you're listening to this through the ARRL parametric receive audio system. You can put this right in to your laptop and have the best sound possible. Take a listen.
Selling for the corporation, and these are not, they don't have old dates attached to them. They're just pretty and a lot of different varieties.
So here's 2 meters close to me. Hello to Tracy, California, my father-in-law. My dad Bill's here. Welcome, Dad. Good to see you. So here's 2 meters, right? You got a 2 meter band. You got a person that's coming up here. All you do is you simply just click your mouse and, you know, you move it around the screen wherever you want to work, right? Okay, so we got somebody that's right here, but there's, I think we got digital. It's going to be digital. So if we click there, you'll see digital. Got somebody right there, okay? And basically, you just tune around. You can tune around with the mouse, or you could tune around with just the up and down buttons. That's what I do. Not hard to do. Pretty simple stuff. But again, you simply just tune, find your frequency, and away you go. Okay? It's very, very simple, very easy to use. But what I love about this is its power. The power on this is phenomenal. Let me take a look here. We're going to show it to you real quick. All right. We're going to first stop it so we can show you how to use it, because I had a problem getting this thing on because I couldn't find any instructions that helped me. It was awful. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do the current version of SDR Uno. If you buy this product, get it on your laptop or your desktop and use it. It's a great program. And this SDR is very powerful. It's very, very strong. It would really surprise you, the capabilities of this. Let's take a look. I'll show you how you turn it on. Again, this is on just a little $300 laptop, not expensive. Double click on SDR Uno, comes up, you can see one window. This is what really struggled for me. It really isn't well put together in terms of what things do, okay? So the first thing you need to do is be able to control it, okay? You need to be able to pick a frequency. So right up here, it says RX, okay? Let me kind of see if I can zoom you up a little closer to the screen so you can see it maybe a little better, okay? I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well, but there you go. Okay, so you get this first set of little buttons, okay? So we go up here. This one, it does say RX, just so you know. Hit that. Now look what happens. Now you get yourself, you know, like a VFO. You get actual, you know, an actual picture of what frequency you might be working on, okay? So you've got that. Now you have to take it, move it over, okay? Now I know there's other ways you can do this where you set it up and it starts right up exactly the way you want it to, but for first timers, this is exactly what you have to do. The next thing, see, you're missing a pan adapter screen. You have no waterfall. There's nothing, okay? So what you need to do is go over here, and you need to go back to the first window and right here, SP1. And what it tells you, not waterfall, not spectrum display, it says show VRX main spectrum window. Why not just make it simple, guys? Waterfall, spectrum display. You know, make it simple. It doesn't have to be technical. Make it simple for us, okay? That's what threw me. It's like, where's the waterfall? Okay. The next thing you have to do is you have to hit play. Once you hit play, you've activated the radio and away you go. By the way, our RF gain is right here. I like to run it right about 75%. That seems to work well for me, okay? Once you do that, look what happens. Now the waterfall comes on. Okay. So if you adjust your RF gain, what you're going to do is you're going to see the waterfall area down here where you see the mouse moving. You're going to see that increase or decrease. Now it makes it difficult to find signals if you put too much RF gain in. Watch. We'll bring up the RF gain. And now look what happens. The waterfall changes, right? And you're not seeing weak signals very well. All right. The weak signals are pretty well gone. So you bring the RF gain back down again to 3/4, and now you've got signals back, especially the weak ones, okay? Easier to see them that way. And that way you can work, okay? So again, I'm going to tune back here, take a listen. And again, this is on 2 meters.
Probably 2 weeks ago, and I need to put a fresh one up. The stuff I got now is much
Okay,
more.
so we're on 2. Let's say we want to work. Let's go down to, let's check on lower sideband. Okay. So we're going to move the lower sideband. You go over here to where it tells you the bands are. Okay. We're going to move to ham lower. Okay. And we're going to tune to, let's go to 20. Okay. So we're on 20 meters. Notice the VFO up here changed. So to the waterfall. We're right in the middle of the 20-meter band. And look at the waterfall. Look at the spectrum. It's all there. Automatically shows up. Let's take a listen. So there's our FT8. Digital mode's right there. Come over here, way on the end. It's quite large. We get a big swath of the frequency here, and you can narrow it down. It's really easy to narrow everything down. So we've got the 20-meter band here, and there's plenty of signal showing up. If you want to lower things down, right, you want to bring things down, all you do is you go into the settings, okay, and you can adjust everything from here, from your sampling rate all the way to your waterfall speed. You can change your output of, you know, what radio you're going, what speakers you're using. You can change where your speakers go, right? Okay. You can do this here with your sampling rate. You can adjust cat control here. Here's where you adjust and you connect to your radio if you're going to use cat control with it. Okay. Pretty simple stuff there. All right. So once we do that, we go here. For example, let's say I want to make sure that we're having just a little bit smaller of a spectrum display. Okay, so now look what happens. It gets bigger. See how all of a sudden my noise floor goes way up? I don't need it that high. Can't do anything with it. So I'm going to bring it down. Okay, it's going to make sure everything stays lower. It helps me to be able to control everything. My averaging is right here. Okay, watch what averaging does. We're going to double this to 10. Watch the waterfall. Watch the intensity, I mean up here. See the intensity that's up top here? If I double it to 10, watch what happens if I turn it down to 1. It goes crazy. See? It's like looking at some giant oscilloscope that's on steroids. So you need to slow your averaging down. I put mine at 5. Okay, it's just simpler for me to keep track of there. So basically what you do is you can tune around the dial anywhere, find frequencies that you want to find. You see a waterfall kind of coming down, just click on it. Okay, once you click on it, you'll be able to adjust everything from your filters. Here, everything widened out. Hear that? Makes it real nice. Really does. It's a very nice product. You want to try maybe 17 meters. Instead of showing frequency, it's going to show you meter bands. So now we're on 17. Notice the noise floor drop, which is normal. There's less noise on 17 than there is on 20. Let's take a listen. Nice signal right here. And you can just drag. I mean, it's easy to go like this. See? Hear that? And if you want to fine tune, you can just fine tune it. It'll get where you want to go. So now we're on 17. Okay? Pretty simple. Let's take a look at 15. See if anybody's on 15 today. Look at this. Nice signal there.
From my house in Michigan, so it takes me about 9 hours.
Great signal on 15 meters. That's a great signal.
I ran into a small snowstorm around St. Louis, which I was almost here, but not close enough that I could avoid the problems. I probably saw about 50 accidents in an hour, and I don't know why there was.
And he's just cutting the mic. That's what you're hearing, that noise.
Slippery to me, but anyway, it was like a war zone for the
Hear it. He's just cutting the mic. You can see the carrier drop.
You know, let's say just under a kilowatt, and I have a 4-element Yagi at 90 feet, and yeah, so I mean that's kind of the setup. I have an
Okay, so let's say now we want to go up to the ham upper bands. Okay, now ham upper is going to give you 10 and 6. So let's take a look at 10. Again, look what it brings you. Brings you pretty much all of 10 meters. And as normal, 10's not too busy, but we got something right about there. It's really weak. It's really weak, but that gives you an idea. 6. And 6 is going to be real slow. And you can see all the RFI I have right there. It's pretty bad. 6 for me is unworkable at my location. Just always has been. So I'll never probably work 6 here. You want to move down to the, say for example, you want to work the broadcast bands. Okay, that's simple to do. Now you're working broadcast, okay? Take a look at long wave. It's going to automatically adjust everything. Now all of a sudden we're on AM, right? It's given us a 20 kilohertz filter, which we can adjust, okay? Makes it simple. Signal right here. And that's on the medium wave brand, by the way. That's not on long wave. So it's not, we're going to pick up long wave at this time of day, but I just wanted to show it to you, okay? Just wanted to show it. This is basically the short wave bands. That's what it is, okay? 49 meters. Automatically changes. Okay. 60. Just changing everything down. So the computer, I have a slow processor, so it's literally changing everything. Here's a signal right here, the station. Okay, so that's basically it, right? Get up here. But that's how it works. This is a really brilliant product. It really is. You can do a lot with it. Let's say, for example, you're really into something like, I don't know, maybe you're into doing HD radio, right? You love HD. So you like to do FM and you want to go on to the FM bands. Okay, so going on the broadcast, and we're not going to press medium wave here, okay? If we do, we're going to be stuck on the medium wave, which is going to be, of course, about 53 kilocycles, I should say, all the way up to 1710. So here's our AM broadcast band, right? Okay. So when we want to go up to FM, okay, now we're at 13.72, just above the 20 meter band. Okay. Again, long wave is here. If we want to go into FM, you can enter frequencies in yourself. Okay. For example, let's say we want to enter, let's see. Sorry. I'm doing this from a weird angle, so bear with me, folks. And I'll get your comments here in just a second, okay? This is a very weird angle, so bear with me. Okay. Okay. So, essentially, when you use this, you can move all over the bands. Makes it nice. Let's say, for example, you want to scan. Okay, scanning's cool. Check this out. You can check your configuration. Let's say, for example, we want to scan the North American airwaves, right? So the airplanes, you want to check out the airplane bands. You just do this, and then you can set it up. If you want it to wait when it hits a signal, you click this button. If you don't, you just don't click it, okay? It'll still pause for a moment, okay? But now, if you're going to do this, what you're going to do, you hit play. Watch what happens. Now you're on the air bands, and it's scanning. Check that out. It's just scanning the aircraft bands. And what you have to do here, to be careful, you do need to adjust your gain on this, because your gain will make a big difference in how it works. But check it out. It's simply just scanning. If you want to change, maybe you don't want to do aircraft anymore, the first thing you have to do is you have to stop it. Okay? Then this window will open back up again. Now let's say, you know what, I'd like to maybe check something else out. why don't we go ahead and let's go with marine. Let's check the marine bands. Maybe something going on out there. And I'm fairly close to the Pacific Ocean, so I could do that. So I go here, and then I hit play. Now see, we've changed frequencies. See that? That's what it's doing. So it's scanning all those frequencies. Now you can go and you can adjust it in a way that you can simply put it on a frequency that you want to work or listen to and slowly DX or use it. That's what makes it cool. I was able to listen to Portland aircraft tower of planes coming in and planes going out earlier today on this. And it was brilliant. It sounded fantastic. For $200, what this brings, not only to just if you love radio, but the fact it gives you a very, very valuable second receiver to use with your primary transceiver. And again, if you use the MFJ 1708 SDR switch, you can then transmit safely with this and not blow it up. Because otherwise, if you use any common mode transmitter cable, for example, you hook this up with a jumper, say to your Yaesu 991A, okay? If you transmit with it and you don't have like the 1708 switch to cut the RF from the RSP play, it'll destroy it. That's why the 1708 is so important. So it gives you a vaulted second receiver. You've got that second receiver now to go with it. Plus, if you want to, hook up cat control to it, and you can put automatic control on your 991A or your 7300 or your 590 Kenwood and go right onto any size monitor screen you want. Seriously, it'll go onto any size screen you want to work. It's pretty cool. So this is the Raspberry, well, let's call it just what it is, the SDR Play, and it's running SDR Uno, okay? And I really like it myself personally. I like it because I like the ability to change what it does. I think it's pretty cool. So I'll get off the scanner function here real quick. And frankly, what I'm going to do is just simply go back to AM mode and change bands. And I'm going to go back up to the ham bands because that's where I'm comfortable. I like my ham bands. Go back to 20 meters, actually 17, and I'll just listen. See how it goes right back? Everything comes right back where it was, and everything's great. Everything is exactly where you left it, okay? Here's a weak signal here. Move it up here just a little bit. Sorry, I'm kind of working around a camera angle. Let me turn it up for you. Oh, there he is. Sorry, there's our buddy.
That. And if you enjoy your new rig there, maybe you can work some other stations and have some more fun in your retirement. Okay, we'll let you wrap it up. AE6AE and 0GFV.
Okay, there you go. That is the SDR Play DX. And you know what's cool is it's actually running on a really cheap laptop. So you're seeing something on a very inexpensive machine, but still being able to use it, okay? That's kind of the value of all this. I hope you enjoy that part of it because this isn't a real expensive computer. It's not something that you have to spend a ton of money for to use. Your computer at home will run this most likely. All you need to do is buy the RSP DX from HRO or wherever you want to buy it, have it delivered, hook it up through, you'll need a USB-C cable, okay? That's the square one. You'll need that one to hook up to a standard USB input on your computer. Once you do that, just download SDR Uno and then follow the instructions I just showed you because you may not find the right ones anywhere else. And then you'll be able to get up and running. And then from there, the world's at your fingertips. It's a fantastic product. Let's take a look at your comments. So good to see you guys. Hello again, Tracy, California. Good to see you, Dad, as always. You honor me. Thank you. Gotta get a woo! Thank you, Dad. All right. Thanks for being here. Fred Durant from Belfair, Washington. Hi, neighbor. Kilo Germany 7, Whiskey Echo Quebec. Fred, it's always nice to see you. Welcome to the program. Good to see you. Dave in Temecula. Man, I'm so jealous of. Dave, welcome back. Whiskey 6, Charlie Radio Tango. Hello, everybody. Enjoying the rain again here in Southern California. Wait a minute. No, there's a song out there that says, "It never rains in Southern California." I remember that. Remember? Come on now. I know it's good to probably have it, right? I mean, finally get it. You finally get the rain. Makes it nice. Hi, Tom. Tom is in the house from Bahrain. My goodness, that is huge. Thanks, Tom. Wow. On his way out to work some DX overnight on 40. Cheers from Bahrain. Tom, field day, winter field day is tomorrow, starting at 1900 UTC. Enjoy. Man, you're going to probably hear a lot of U.S. stations on the air, especially on 20. So 20 and 40 should be hopping starting tomorrow at 1900. So good luck. I hope you have a good time. A lot of USDX is on your doorstep, my friend. All right. I think we're good to go. We'll wrap the show in a bow. Thank you for watching, everybody. Ham Radio Live is not monetized, and we don't have sponsors either. We don't have anybody that puts this channel on. I do it out of my own pocket, but I do it because I care about people that want to get on the air, because I know I'm not the only one who really has a passion in radio out there. My hope is I can help somebody get licensed and get on the air. You coming onto the show from all these places, from Europe and UK, the UK and Europe and North America and Australia and Japan and gosh, Germany, Romania, Bahrain, it honors me. And it truly does, from the bottom of my heart, make me very happy inside. Thank you for that. You hitting subscribe will help other people find the channel. It's the only daily YouTube podcast that's devoted to radio. All right. Ward Dixon, by the way, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta has finally arrived in the house. Well done, Ward. Good to see you. By the way, speaking of Tim Allen, a lot of people don't know, on the Last Man Standing show, right? There's an episode where Tim Allen is a ham, right? I don't know if you've ever seen the episode. Last Man Standing, with Tim Allen, he's on. Okay. The one after Home Improvement. Okay. So he uses a fake call sign. It's Kilo Alpha Zero X-Ray Tango Tango, which is not a legal call sign. It's not a call sign. Okay, just so you know. Don't go searching for Kilo Alpha Zero X-Ray Tango Tango. Look, it's going to be Tim Allen. Cool. No. Tim Allen's call sign, though, he did pass his technician. Yeah, Tim Allen. Call signs Kilo 6 Oscar Tango Delta. That's Tim Allen, the real Tim Allen, who gives you all of the Kilo 6 Oscar Tango Delta. All right. Please subscribe. We don't monetize. Thank you for being here. You honor me. My name's Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November from the Shack here in Oregon. Thank you. We'll be back again at 0100 UTC. That's at 5 p.m. Pacific in North America, live for CQ Calling today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Watch for the sign-off. We're doing 5s today, both channel 5s. Sign on channel 5 and a sign off from channel 5, but from a different place in California. Excuse the video quality. You need to understand this was way back in 1979. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until later on today for CQ Calling, powered by MFJ, I'll see you soon.
KPIX San Francisco now ends its broadcast day. KPIX is the Group W Westinghouse Broadcasting Company station for Northern California and operates on Channel 5 from studios on Van Ness Avenue and transmitter atop Mount Sutro in San Francisco. Good night and good morning.